Hi, this is David Caraccio from the Sacramento Bee, covering real estate like you won't get anywhere else. Today we wanted to show you PayPal executive Dave Montez's ranch in Livermore, which is in the East Bay area and near San Francisco and close to the Silicon Valley. This ranch has a half-acre miniature theme park that sits right in the backyard. It's called Olive Town, and it's the standout feature of the 20-acre retreat in the Victorine Valley. Olive Town, as you'll hear from Dave, is the standout feature of the 20-acre retreat in the Victorine Valley. However, there's more to the property than Olive Town, as great as that amusement park is, such as a 5-acre working olive orchard, a detached casita, and a gorgeous 60-foot swimming pool. So let's take a look.
We really made this like a resort. If you see this, come and see the place. People we have parties here, we do things, and instantly everyone's got their camera out and they're posting on their social media, and everyone's asking where they are. They think they're at some resort, but it's just here. And since we were gonna make it that level, when I grew up, I came from a family that didn't have a lot of money, and we would go to Frontier Village, which was in San Jose, an old theme park, and it was just this Western style, almost Fantasyland for me when I was a little kid. And so I wanted to have something like that, a very different scale, but I wanted that here on our property. And so I had the architect design it, and she did a beautiful job. It's got winding roads. It's got a dry creek with a bridge over it, and it has two houses they're insulated. They have electricity. One's a firehouse, the other one's a garden house with a picket fence around the garden house and a beautiful garden. Split rail fence all the way around, and a play structure on the other side of what I call the town, and then the play structure. It's magic. In fact, when we were having it built, the guy who was delivering all the supplies, he came without supplies one time when he knew we were wrapping up, because he wanted to see how this beautiful mini Disneyland, as he called it. It's a real special place for the grandkids and their friends.
Do your parties spill out there too? It's not just children.
Yeah, of course. Well, everyone, when they come here, they want to go check it out. So everyone's out there walking the roads that wind through it and taking pictures of the town. It's a real attraction when you're having a party.
Yeah, and have the many neighbors seen it? Have they wanted to stop by?
Yeah, so people have come, but we do a harvest. We have an olive orchard out here, and so every year we do a harvest. So you get tons. We invite a lot of family and friends, besides having some professionals pick. And so, of course, everyone gravitates to Olive Town during that process. So yes, everyone's very curious about it.
The architect that worked on it, had she done anything like this?
No, in fact, she was so excited by it for that very reason, is that she'd never done it. And I still have her original rendering. She put her heart and soul into this thing. And she wanted to make sure everything was perfect. She had placement of boulders, and we ended up buying this 6-ton boulder so the kids could climb on it and jump off of it. And she was really into this.
There's a little grass knoll in the area in the middle.
Yeah, that's a Jack and Jill hill, so they can climb up and down that and play King of the Hill.
I'm looking at it, and there's a little well there.
Yeah, that's actually a sandbox inside of there.
Oh, okay. All right, that's really fun, and I love the little house there with the 2 Adirondack chairs out there.
Yeah. So that one has a full garden with irrigation in it in the back, so the grandkids can plant tomatoes and things like that in the summer. They love that. And we also planted some fruit trees on the perimeter, so they'd have fruit to pick during the summer.
And then what's inside there? Inside the
one with the garden, that one's called the Sunflower House. Inside is a little kitchenette, a table, chairs, and play food, and the firehouse across from it has also a kitchenette and play furniture, but it also has 2 vehicles in there, and those vehicles can drive out the back, and then that road wraps and winds through town and comes right back around to the back of the firehouse. For me, so my wife and I had never ever lived like this. We've always been suburbanites, and coming out here was everyone was calling us the Beverly Hillbillies, because you are back to nature. I mean, you see everything here. There's wildlife. We actually, the property came with 2 steer and a wild Mustang, which are pets now. Um, and and I just love the serenity and the beauty. I mean, every time, every day out here, you got to pinch yourself and think, "Wow, this is where we live." And you go for a walking like down to the road, the main road. It's about a quarter-mile walk on a dirt road, from our gravel road from our driveway. And you're going through the olive orchard, and you see the mountains and the sheep and everything. It's like you're on vacation every day.
Julia, I'm going to bring you into the stream here. Julia, I wanted to ask you specifically: how might Olive Town help sell a property? Like, is or not? I mean, I'm just kind of thinking: is this a feature that can get somebody over the top and make a deal or get a deal done?
Well, I mean, I see it as a complete asset to the property. I think that someone like Dave and Nikki would come in that maybe have grandchildren, and this is a complete refuge and a wonderful place for them to be able to take care of grandchildren and entertain in such a great back to nature way. They've got the animals. Dave's driving the truck with the hay. They're producing a product. They're living on a farm, and then they've got this amazing playground to incorporate it. So it's just really a special property. You see a lot of properties that are on 20 acres and the house is like super epic, but that's it, right? It's just the house and the acreage. But this is so unique because of the trifecta: the house, the orchard, the playground.
Mm-hmm.
And his landscaping in the backyard is truly spectacular. They're big pool people, and what they put in is just really beautiful. The way it was designed, and I think I mentioned in the chat, you turn off of Highland onto Victorine, and it really reminds me of being like in Italy, because you literally see their tower, their Medna Tower, as you drive up, and then you drive through the olive orchard, and it's really beautiful and special, I think.